Detroit keeps rolling. The East-leading Pistons came back from 16 down to beat the shorthanded Suns 108-105. Duncan Robinson led Detroit with 19. Jalen Duren was a monster inside with 16 points and 18 boards. And Tobias Harris added 16 and big late buckets. Phoenix was without Devin Booker and still almost stole it behind 33 from Grayson Allen, but Detroit moves to 29-10 and looks every bit like a legit contender in the East. Next up, Grizzlies versus Magic, and this one was special because it wasn't in Memphis or Orlando, it was in Berlin, the NBA's first regular season game in Germany. The Magic stormed back from 20 points down to beat the Grizzlies 118-111. Paolo Banchero put on a show with 26 points and 13 rebounds. Franz Wagner returned to the lineup with 18 and 9 in his home country, and Orlando closed it out with a huge second half to give the European crowd a comeback classic. Jazz versus Mavericks. Dallas absolutely lit up Utah 144-122. Klay Thompson turned back the clock. 26 points, 6 threes, and he moved up to 4th on the all-time three-pointers list with 2,805, passing Damian Lillard. Najee Marshall dropped 22 for Dallas, while Bryce Sensabaugh had 27 for the Jazz, but Utah's defense never showed up. The Mavericks improved to 16-26, the Jazz fall to 14-27, and the headline is Klay still climbing the history books. On to Hawks versus Trailblazers. Portland stayed hot with a 117-101 win over Atlanta. Shadon Sharpe led the way with 24 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. What made this impressive was that Portland was missing their own high-scoring star, Deni Avdija, yet their depth and defense took over late to close the door in the fourth after the Hawks briefly cut it to a single-digit game. And finally, Texas versus South Carolina on the women's side, a massive top 5 matchup. Number 2, South Carolina got revenge on number 4, Texas, winning 68-65 at home in Columbia. The Longhorns handed South Carolina their only loss back in November on a last-second shot, but this time the Gamecocks closed it out. Joyce Edwards led South Carolina with 14 points and 8 boards, and Raven Johnson hit clutch shots in the fourth. Madison Booker went off for 24 for Texas, but South Carolina stays perfect in SEC play at 18-1 overall, while Texas drops to 18-2 and takes a second straight conference loss. And that's the Daily Sprint.